in order for save the marriage from damages by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The first point we need for notes when we are arguing in our marriage, in order for save the marriage, when we argue, number one, we need for avoid being rude during the argument. Point number one, when we argue, we not for argue like how the kuffar them be they argue, subhanallah, how the non-Muslim be they argue the prophets them in the past, subhanallah, how the people in the Jahiliyyah period, in the days of ignorance, how them be they argue. They are very rude in their arguments, subhanallah, they present them points rudely, then they shout very high. When we argue in our marriages or in our relationship, positive relationship, I mean whether working relationship by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'm not talking of haram relationship, but working relationship within our office, and we are arguing on point, subhanallah, we have to do it with respect by the will of Allah. So point number one, we need for avoid being rude. And there are some spouse, subhanallah, when they argue small thing, they start shouting. Small thing, they don't allow the volume. Subhanallah. Even with television, they get control when it comes to volume. Subhanallah. There are times you put on 60. There are times it's 30. There are times it's 2. Why you raise the volume to 100 now? Subhanallah. In a small argument, you volume the 100 already. All the neighbors that they know about small argument, who wanna get you and your spouse. Subhanallah. When we argue, we dull the volume. We dull the volume. By the will of Allah. Because we are presenting views. We are presenting opposite views them. So we need to present them with respect. So when we argue in our marriages, then for save the marriage, no, avoid being rude in our argument. Between a husband and a wife, we should not be rude. We not for shout. We not for Allah, subhanallah. When we present we argument. By the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This one is very much important.